Hello everyone, this is Easy from mslumbiablog.com, and this is a hands-on video of Windows 10 technical preview. So first off, what everyone's been waiting for was the Project Spartan browser. It just got introduced with Windows 10 technical preview, and that just got released a couple of days ago. As you can see, this is the future of browsing on your Windows 10, and this is what the browser looks like. Kind of simple design. You have this new UI Microsoft's introducing to Windows 10 been incorporated into this browser. You have your back and your forward buttons here for the pages. Unfortunately, you can't swipe to go back a page, or you can swipe forward. That is something I sorely miss from the IE modern application in Windows 8.1 and also on your Windows Phone 8 devices. So first off, you have your tabs. You can add a new tab here. Minimize, send back to your taskbar, or close. Then you have your feedback button here. That's what the smiley is for. You can give feedbacks on the problem or feature request. Might just quickly add bring back swipe to right to go back a page. So I can just quickly send that feedback. So that's really convenient to leave your feedback. So as you use the browser, you can quickly just, whatever ideas you have or whatever problems you found, you can just quickly, if you have a problem with a site, problem with the browser, or a feature request suggestions, you can just quickly type that in there and just send it away. So let's see what else we got here. You have this is your favorites tab. You can see there's a favorite website here. You have your reading list. You can add websites to where you want to read later, put them in here. Then you have your history, your browsing history appears here. Then your download tab for your downloads. So that is what this folder button right here is for. So you have 4 different folders to choose from: favorites, your reading list, history, and the downloads. Really nice UI. I'm really loving the UI here. It's really simple. So you can check that out. Then next up, let's go. As you can see, you have it's not really a hamburger button, but this is what's synonymous with Windows 8 or your Windows Phone. So you have extended menu. You can do a new window. You can zoom. You can do full screen also. You can share this page. By do sharing, you have your different sharing options right there. And you can find on the page, look for something on the page right there. You can print, settings, and your F12 developer tools. So in your settings, you can turn off the favorites bar. Right now it's turned off by default. Reading view, you can change what font you want to use when you're reading an article. So for instance, I'm just gonna pop in first website I can think of. Read the full story. So what the browser does, it does detect it's an article, and it gives you the option. This is your reading mode, just like on your Windows Phone if you're familiar with it. So it doesn't look like the touch is gonna allow pop-ups. So there, once you have an article, you can see the reading mode button became activated. You can click on that, then you have a nice background where you can read. This is your reading mode. You can just quickly read the article at your convenience. So that's part of the settings right here. So when you go into settings, you can change. If you want large fonts, you can see the fonts became larger, extra large, or you can just leave it the default medium. You can change the background. You can do light, you can do dark, so whatever suits you, you can change that there. Default is the black on yellow background. I'm more used to just go with the You can do white on black, which is more readable. So startup, you can do a startup page. You can choose custom, you choose what page for your home page whenever you open the browser. You can, right now there's no option, choose what search engine. Right now the default is Bing, and that cannot be changed. You can do caret browsing as well. I'll show you in a minute what that means. Let's go back to the original page. The browser isn't really touch sensitive, it's still buggy when it comes to touch. So let's see. Actually, the whole UI is pretty, but then again, that's why it's a build. It's not a final product yet. Don't know what happened there. I'm going to go back to settings here. So if we turn on caret here, it means you can use your cursor on, yeah, that's what that does. You use it to select text. So if you leave that on, anytime you click on any text, that's what happens. So you might want to turn that off. But you can, there's a shortcut, you can use F7 to enable, disable that function. There you can clear your browsing history, you can block pop-ups, you can block cookies. That's on. You can it doesn't block cookies by default, so you can turn that on if you want. Then you can do more privacy settings here with do not track request. You can do predict the next page, turn that on so it automatically knows when you want to go to the next page. Adobe Flash Player is inbuilt into this browser. You can turn that on off also. Then you can turn on the mini Windows antivirus for the browser, so it detects what files you download and it does a small screen filter. If it detects some malicious file, it could stop you or prompt you before you download it. So that's another nice feature there. So what else? So there is the main feature everyone wants to take a look at is the Cortana integration into the browser. It's not fully integrated yet, but I'm just going to do a quick demo of what is. So let's go to and go to this website. Microsoft used this to demo. As you can see, this is a diner or a restaurant in Seattle. So once you open this website, you can see up here, Cortana tells you she can get you directions, hours, and more. And you can click on that. And let's see. And she's on it, so she gives you directions. You can make reservation. You can see the menu. You can see the time, hours, and you can also see Yelp reviews right there. So unfortunately, not all restaurants have this feature, but then again, the browser is still in its beta or even early build, so much is to be improved on. For instance, if I go to a popular restaurant here in the Bay Area, so as you can see, there is no Cortana integrated into this website. But as time goes on, it should work with just about any website. Cortana should be able to give you suggestions or be a digital assistant to you. But no, that's not all. You can actually, so for instance, if I select the word, let's see if I can pick this. You can hold it down. You can ask Cortana. And then she gives you the meaning of that word. So that's a nice way to use your Cortana in a browser. Let's see what else. So we can close the Find On page. Settings. You can show your favorites bar, and As you can see, all your favorites show up there. It's not really aligned properly. That might need to be formatted correctly, because right now it just shows like half of your favorites right there. So just gonna turn that back off right there. But so yeah, you can also, what else can you do with the browser? Right now, if you make a website your favorites, like in IE, you should be able to open up that same website on your phone's browser. But with Project Spartan, that doesn't work. It's probably for obvious reasons. Probably once Project Spartan is available on Windows 10, hopefully in the next build, which would be available probably next week, we'll take a look at how Project Spartan works with the mobile version and how they are seamlessly connected. Microsoft also released a new music modern application for Windows 10. It's still in the preview version, so I'm just going to take a quick look at what the new music app brings to the table. So this is your new UI for the new music application. You have your hamburger menu, which a lot of people complain about, but that's what it is. It hides your extended menu on the side. You can just make it a simple thumbnails, or you can expand to see what those symbols actually mean. So, but with time, you get used to it. The first icon here is your albums. Next one is your artist. Then you have your songs and now playing. You have your playlist. You can make a new playlist, create one, save it there. You can import playlists from your music library or from iTunes. So, and the next is your user account. You can see your account preferences and the likes of those. Put those in there. See your account. You can choose billing information. What's funny is Microsoft calls this music previews normal called Xbox Music. So for whatever reason, you can choose where you want the app to go look for your songs in whatever folders you save them in. You can actually choose to automatically download music. You can choose to clean up duplicate tracks from your OneDrive. So say for instance the app finds a track on OneDrive and it's also locally stored on your computer, it just deletes the duplicate, so you don't have the same track on the music app. You can choose to retrieve album art, metadata, and all that stuff. And you can ask the app to, every time you want to purchase new music, you can prompt for you to log in. That way no one just goes into your music app and buys albums and stuff without your permission. So I'll just look at the UI here. So you can see at the bottom, that's your now playing bar. You have your track information, the track time right there. You have your skip back, skip forward, your play, your volume right there. You can choose if you want to shuffle your playlist or if you want to repeat. You can turn on repeat right there. So the whole UI is the new UI. I'm really loving the new string kind of UI Microsoft's introducing with Windows 10. Let's see. So that's that there. So let's say we play a track. So as you see, there are also mini control buttons right there. So you can choose to play. And the track starts to play. You can actually choose to add the track to your now playing playlist or a new playlist, or whatever playlist you have. You can choose another track. You can also choose the same thing, choose to add it to your now playing list. At the top here, you can shuffle all your songs, or you can filter. You can choose which ones are available offline, which ones are available for streaming. You can play only songs you purchased. You can play songs from Music Pass or only on this device locally stored. So, different ways to filter your whole music library. Oh, sorry, just went close there. So you can sort by genre, artist, album, or you can use the select here. You can select multiple tracks. then you can choose what you want to do. You can delete those tracks, or you can download, because these songs are from my OneDrive, so you can choose to download them locally to your device. I'm guessing this is what the new music app also would look like on your Windows 10 phone, because most of these apps are redesigned, rebuilt as universal apps. So this is likely we're going to see a miniature version of this music app on Windows Phone. So that's something comforting to look forward to. So you can select multiple tracks from all your songs. You can choose to add them to whatever playlist. You can go create a playlist, then add them to, or you can choose play selected. So you can choose whatever songs you want and just choose, okay. So you choose a couple, like you're in the mood for a few songs, you can just choose 5, 6, whatever number, and just play the selected songs. So that's a nice feature. You can just clear your selection if you want to reset and start all over. So that's really, I'm really loving the new music preview app, and love to see more features being added to it. So also you have a search button, handy search button. You can, once you have 1,000 songs in your library, you can just quickly search by artist, for instance. There it also searches the internet, because this is actually connected to Xbox Music, so you can search for albums, artists, songs, whatever, and it searches both on your local drive and and from the Xbox Music library. So next up, we're going to take a look at the new video. There's a new video application that's released today, as well as the music preview. So there is also a universal app, so we're going to see something of similar nature on your Windows phone eventually, when Windows 10, the next build, or hopefully on the next build of Windows 10. So it's pretty simple. You have your videos. You can search your whole computer, tablet, phone for videos, and it displays them here. Or you can go to movies or TV, and you have your typical, your account information here. Or you can just go to the store and look for Fortunately says this, well, that's a bug, or it's unfinished yet. So you can actually search, let's say, search for a TV show, for instance. So it's actually searching, so you can actually search in the store, but it's not. So okay, there you go. So it's actually searching for apps and games. I'm guessing eventually the video preview app should be connected to the store, because if you noticed, the store preview has a new tab. See if that comes up. There should be a new tab called video and music. It's gone, but usually I'm guessing your new video and music applications should connect there, and that's where you can search for TV shows, movies. So you can actually just rent or buy movies straight from the Windows Store. So that's what this button does, but it hasn't been activated yet. It's still a preview app, so as you can see, this page isn't available yet. So eventually that should be put in there. So that's looking forward to seeing that happen. But other than that, that is a look at your video preview. There's really nothing here. There's no content to look at. So let's see, I do have, you can see if you can, so you can play and have a preview real quick. So try to load up, there you go. Still blank. So there you go, you have your volume, you have your pause, play, you have your make it full screen, as you can see. You can zoom in, as you can see there. So that's what it is. But I love the new controls and the whole string UI in Windows 10 is really nice. The calculator app actually also got an update. That's a nice splash screen. The theme has been updated to a light theme. We should be given the option to change that between light and dark themes, but about the previous build had it at a dark theme. So this is the calculator app here. can see you can choose your standard calculator. You can do whatever, or you can choose scientific calculator right there, or programmer, or you can use the converters. You can choose to convert weights. What's funny is you can actually see your weight now according to, so something. So you can see your weight in soccer balls, which is weird. Or you can see it in different comparisons. Let's see. So that is, you can see, you can actually see we're eating elephants, or it converts it to elephant weight. So 80 kilograms corresponds to 0.02 elephants, whatever that means. But it's a nice, fun way to do things, I guess. You have different converters you can choose from. It's all in there. So yeah, Microsoft just added a few stuff to the calculator app. It's more useful. Nice light theme to it. UI has been refined too, so you can see the hamburger menu. It's just like it's come to stay, so might as well get with the program. And next up is the alarms app. That also got updated. As you can see here, you can set your alarm. You can see the UI. You can choose AM, PM. Tell what time you want to set the alarm. Click apply. You can choose your alarm name. You can call it wakey. You can choose what days you want to use this alarm. Choose what alarm sound. You can play it actually to hear the different ones, and then choose whichever one. You can choose your snooze time between 5 to 1 hour, 5, 10, 20, 30, or an hour. You can do all that stuff and just click on the save button down here at the bottom, and there you save the alarm. Then you have your wall clock. You can add additional clocks there. So, and your alternative time zones are indicated by these blue dots on the map. So it shows you, you can just tap on it and it zooms in to the different. So I'm going to add another one real quick. So Hong Kong, and tap on that, and you can always go back to your local, and going back to your local time shows you the whole world. So the team has been updated to a light theme. Previously had a dark theme. What else? You can actually compare. So for instance, local time is 1:03 a.m. You might want to ask yourself, okay, what about when it's 5 p.m.? What's the time then? So it actually updates the other maps, the other time zones to correspond with the time you put in. So you can actually compare. Probably you have a meeting at, or you have an event to cover at a particular time. You can actually choose what time zone. Say in London, there's a game at 1 p.m. and you want to know what time that is in your local time zone. So once you put that in there, it updates and tells you that's like 5 a.m. So that's a really nifty utility tool from the alarms app right there. You can just click on the X to close that and go back to the normal view. So you can actually manage your time zones. You can pin these to your start menu. For instance, I'm going to pin this, and it should be pinned here, and there you go. It's pinned right there to the start menu. Or you can just delete. Just choose the X to delete. Once you're done managing your different time zones, you can just click and take it back to normal. You have a timer. You can time, probably you're cooking something for 15 minutes, or you can actually change. Stop that there. You can edit. You can add a new timer. You can choose a new name and say meat, or you can say marinating meat. Probably you want to marinate meat for an hour, for instance. Where is it? I closed it again. So back to the timer app here. You can add a new timer. Like I said before, you can say marinating. So that's probably a bug, keeps closing off on me. Let's see. So I'll go back to timer, choose a new time, Maris pick. Oh, so there's a bug obviously with the alarms application. You cannot set, looks like you can't set a timer in there. It keeps crashing. So that's going to be reported. Stopwatch, you can use that to, I think this will be more useful on your mobile phone, on your Windows phone, than on a PC or on a tablet, on a mobile device. Pretty much you can use the timer. So, and you can choose, you can make different stops. You can see different splits right there. You can make it full, make it a full screen, or you can minimize, make it full screen, and keep choosing your splits, and you can see all your splits right there. After you're done, for some reason, if you want to share it, you can choose to share it, and you have your different options, OneNote or Mail. So you can pin this to your start menu also. You can pin the stopwatch so you can always pull it up right there. So that's a quick look at the alarms app. As you can see, it's quite buggy, crashes when you're trying to use the timer, but all that will be streamlined, will be worked out by Microsoft. The eventual release of Windows 10 is in the summer, so they probably have about 3 to 4 months to get this to OEMs, manufacturers to use with their hardware. But it's coming along nicely. That's a quick look. We looked at Cortana and Project Spartan, the new browser. We looked at the calculator app, took a look at the alarms app, took a look at the music and video preview apps that were just released with the new build also. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.